New York City is a great place to visit, Ed.
Yes, it is, especially when they are now in the business of promiscuity in the high schools,
No,
contraception.
that's not what I meant.
Oh,
It's a beautiful city. I went there the first time recently. You lived there.
yes, I did.
And the city has never been the same.
Fortunately, I left before Bloomberg arrived.
Now you can't, if you're a youngster in high school, you can't buy a soda or Tylenol, but
You can buy contraceptives, and you can get the abortion morning after pill in the high schools.
without parental notification.
Correct.
Mayor Bloomberg, shame on you.
Absolutely.
The EBT is an article written by a new contributor,
Really?
Jeanette McIntyre.
Oh, hello,
Do you know what the
Jeanette.
EBT means?
Is that part of the PPACA?
NOW. What is it? So there's so many letters. I don't know. It's the new version of food stamps.
Oh,
Now you don't have food stamps. You just present the card, and there's no stigma. There's no, not that there needs to be a stigma, but people who didn't earn it get to buy it just like you did.
I can tell you about a company that doesn't have a stigma. It's called Hobby Lobby.
They are a marvelous company, Christian to the core.
Yes, and its owner said, "We know that we have been blessed by God's grace."
Where do you read this stuff?
I just do some research.
Okay, well, if you want to read it, go to libertytoday.tv. You can see all of our news articles every day, something new on 6 different sites.
Yes, and I read this, and apparently our Governor Dugard is angry.
Imagine that. You know, he's upset that people are making these phone calls and not telling anyone who they are.
Oh, so he didn't pay his bills?
Well, the problem is, when he did it, there wasn't anything wrong with it. But now that someone else is doing it, it really kind of got his ire up a bit.
Yeah, and I think he's got the Attorney General working on it too.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's also someone saying the Attorney General needs to investigate our governor for doing the exact same thing.
Ah, I see.
Turnabout's fair play, I guess they think.
And what is this article you wrote about? Legislators being out of touch with reality?
Yeah, well, the reality is I went to close a real estate transaction and my fees have tripled. Thank you, South Dakota State legislators and the Dugard administration.
But I thought they didn't increase any of our taxes.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. We didn't increase your taxes and we balanced the budget. Not $100 million in new taxes, and your fees have tripled in many cases. Hey, do you think the Pope is a bigot?
No.
I don't either. But some people do, because he said gay marriage could ruin the future of humanity itself.
Gay marriage.
I know, that's
those
not
two
even
words
a
don't
term
go
I like.
together.
He also says abortion is murder. God bless the Pope.
Absolutely. That I understand that we also have warriors now flying drones, going to work 8 o'clock in the morning and stopping at
Amazing
McDonald's
stuff.
and bombing in Afghanistan.
Speaking of warriors, pink self-defense is one of my favorites. This 56-year-old woman came in her house, discovered a burglar in her kitchen.
And did she get rid of
She
him?
locked him in,
Oh.
wrestled him to the floor, screamed for her daughter, who was upstairs, to bring her handgun. A pink handgun. They held him at bay until the police came. He was a convicted felon, convicted of burglary, out since May. Well, guess where he's back?
I don't think he had a very good day.
This woman could hunt bears with a switch, but she happened to have a pink handgun. Anthropomorphic nouns.
Say what?
That's a lesson on education. What do you call a flock of chickens? A flock. Obviously. A school of fish, a gaggle of geese. What do you call a group of baboons?
I have no clue.
A congress. Class dismissed.